Hey everyone, and welcome to Dank Ferric for a new Star Wars What If. Today we're going to jump right into it and begin this, all under the question of, what if Yoda killed Palpatine?
I hear a new apprentice you have, Emperor. Or should I call you Darth Sidious?
Master Yoda, you survived.
It is a dark time for the Republic. An emergency session of Congress had just finished, and Palpatine had branded the Jedi as traitors. He used this act to make use of his executive powers to reform the Republic into the First Galactic Empire. From here, the initial event would go as we know it. Briefly anyways, Master Yoda conducted a surprise visit to the office of Palpatine, leaving him unsatisfied that Yoda survived the Purge. But after a few moments of quarrel, the true battle would begin. The Sith Lord and the Jedi Master would clash in an epic duel, but then the events we know are shaken. Palpatine was almighty and powerful, the strongest Sith in generations. However, Yoda was also quite powerful. His unexpected agility in lightsaber combat would win him this day, as he spun and flipped around the unbreakable barrier made by the crimson blade of the Emperor. An opening showed. The small green Jedi Master would lunge forward with a grunt, cutting the head off the snake. Palpatine was dead. And here's where we must look at the state of the Republic, now Empire. The Emperor is dead. Anakin was left burning on Mustafar, and in the original story, Palpatine sensed Vader was in danger and went to collect him for full recovery. But with no Palpatine, there would be no saving of Darth Vader. And while Anakin's hate could sustain him for a time, he would eventually perish on the rocky banks of the lava river. This leaves both Sith vanquished by the remaining Jedi Knights. But this doesn't mean that the galaxy would be quickly reformed back into the Republic. In fact, it would be furthest from. The Jedi were said to be killers and rebels of the government. It was the cornerstone for Palpatine's transformation of the Republic into the Empire. So by this point, thousands of senators believe and push the word that the Jedi are rogue and criminal, that they believe they should rule. And just beyond that, it would most likely strike fear and worry into the power of the hungry politicians. As we know, when somebody has power, their greatest fear is losing it. Though with the Emperor himself dead, the Empire would take on a new direction. These are the moments when the bright military minds, such as Wilhuff Tarkin, would step up into their positions of command and push the Empire forward, most likely with support of Mas Amedda, who served as the vice chair of the Senate during Palpatine's days as Chancellor. Amedda was one of his most staunch loyalists. Through this, senators like Bail Organa and Mon Mothma would no doubt feel a bit more courage to try and speak against the issue, pushing to revert changes with the Emperor and the Mastermind dead. But as I said before, it would fall upon deaf ears. Fear was already in the hearts of political leaders, and a new taste of power was as well. The new Galactic Empire was there to stay. Lastly, some of you might be wondering what this means for the Force and balance and the light and the dark side. So let me tell you, the truth is that even without the Sith, that the dark side would grow and it would remain. Many forget that the dark side lives in many things, from actions to events to planets and more, casting itself across the galaxy like a wide shadow. And it would do the same under this different galactic empire. So even if the Jedi defeated the Sith, light was not restored, not yet, or at least it would take time to begin to return to its rightful place on the balancing scale that is the Force. If you enjoyed this What If and you're new, consider subscribing for future Star Wars What Ifs and more right here, right on Dank Ferric. But until the next time, do remember that the Force will be with you now and always.